Alright guys, so you can see behind me here is the F-150. Gonna do another video here on the F-150. It's been a while. Feel like I need to do something. It's gonna be awesome. Finally doing an upgrade to the stereo. I do have a subwoofer and an amp in there right now that I don't believe I've shown on video for YouTube yet. I'm gonna show that to you right now, what it's got in there right as it sits right now. And let you hear how it sounds. We're going to do the upgrades. I'll show you the parts, and we'll see how it sounds in the end. Alright? Hang tight. Alright, so come right here. Stock stereo. Not really looking to spend the money right now on upgrading that. It is pretty much garbage in my opinion. What I'm doing today is gonna hopefully bring it up to snuff. I'm okay with it. If I can get it to sound a little bit better, I'll be okay with it. It's fine, but I wish I had a better stereo. Maybe in the future I'll do that, but for now I'm gonna hold off. And if I do decide to do that, then the upgrades I'm doing today will be even that much better. So, in the doors, I got kicker speakers in here. I don't remember the model numbers. I may have the boxes over there. I guess I don't, but I'll put the model numbers and everything in the description for anyone who's interested. I don't remember off the top of my head. I did upgrade these speakers. Like I said, kickers in the front, and I did Alpines in the back. It's just the door panel, nothing to see there. Like I said, I'll put the model numbers in there so you'll know. Behind the seat, 10-inch kicker sub, and a dual, that's the DA600 2D amp. Bought it from AutoZone. That's a heck of a little amp right there, especially for the price, and I had a deep discount when I bought it, and this time I have bought the 4-channel amp, and I'm going to be installing it right underneath it, as you'll see. So I'm pretty happy with these amps, and that's what I got in there right now. I'm going to go ahead and let you get a little sound sample, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, I'm going to just set the camera down here with the microphone on it in the middle of the truck, so the video is not going to be anything but the stereo, I guess. Play a little sound sample, see what you think. Hopefully this comes through on the video, who knows, but it'll be fun to figure it out. I'm just going to play a couple different songs, some rap and maybe some rock, just to get a mix. Okay guys, here we go. These are the parts. I got the dual brand digital 4-channel MOSFET amplifier, 4 speakers or 2 subs, or 2 speakers and 1 sub, so you can, it's a 4-channel amp and you can bridge 2 of the channels. Apparently you can't bridge all 4 into 1, but that's fine. I need it because I need 4 channels. This is my install kit, some wiring. It's bigger than what I have now. What I currently have is probably somewhat inadequate. And I got 2 pack line converters because I haven't run the factory stereo. I'm going to convert it to RCA and plug it into my amp. So some of y'all probably asking why I'm running this cheap brand of amp or off-brand. Like I said, I did buy it at AutoZone. I'm a regular AutoZone customer, and when you shop with AutoZone, if you're a member of their rewards program, you build up points. And I think I had roughly $30 off this amp. It's originally $99 and change, just say $100. So I don't do math, so what is that, $60? I think it was a little more than that. Maybe I had 25 off. It was around, let's just say $70 for this amp. There's a gentleman that's on YouTube. He runs an amp dyno. It's got a pretty amazing channel if you're into car audio. I don't remember his name at the moment, but I will look him up and link him in the comments if you guys want to watch. I'll try to find a video for one of these dual amps. They actually perform as advertised. It's a very good amplifier, and for that price, you'd be a fool not to buy it. I'm pretty sure it's going to do exactly what I want it to do. I have this one, as I showed you in the back already, or it's a 2-channel. It's bridged into one driving that 10-inch sub, and it will destroy that little 10-inch. So I actually have the bass turned down somewhat right now because the stock stereo doesn't give very good bass or mid response right now, and it overpowers the overall sound of the stereo. So this should correct that. That's my goal, is to just get a more balanced sound, richer bass, better mids and clearer highs. I guess that's what everybody wants. So that's it for the parts. I'm probably missing a couple of things here and there, but I'll make do. I'm going to get over here underneath the hood and start replacing this wiring. So y'all hang tight. Alright, I'm up here under the hood. This is the old power wire. It's just running that 1 amp. I already loosened that nut, so I don't think it was loose. Yeah, it's a tad bit small. I didn't care. It actually works fine. This is what I'm going with now. I'm only running 2 amps on that, and some of y'all probably say that ain't enough, but it's gonna work, because I'm gonna make it work. So basically I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna tape these two together, and I'm gonna pull the new wire through the firewall using the old wire. Already got the little place punched out in there, and it should work out perfect. And I'll get come out the footwell there, it comes down this side. It's just easier to run it down this side, I feel. Anyway, I'm gonna go behind the seat and the amp's over there. We gonna get to wiring, boy. Okay, starting back under the hood. I got my wire ran here. It's going through the firewall. Got plenty of slack right there. I'm gonna do some splicing and put my fuse there. I might put it in the back, but I think I'm gonna put it up here just for ease of access. I can bring you around here. You can see wire comes through the firewall. I used a coat hanger. I tried to pull it through with the old wire and that didn't work. Anyway, so the wire is ran all the way down. I tucked it. Coming back here, and I got enough to go all the way to the other side of the truck. That wire is 17 foot long, for those of you that are curious. And what does this even say? It is a 4-gauge power or ground wire. It's red, so I'm gonna run it for power. 4-gauge, 17 foot long. It's gonna run 75 amps. I think it's gonna be sufficient. So I just got to tuck this in back here. I'm going to go ahead and mount the amp up. Well, I already know where I'm going to put it, so I'm going to set it in place. I'm going to reset my grounds. I'm going to run a bigger, newer ground cable and get all that situated. And once I get everything up, as far as the amp for power and ground, the remote, I got to splice into my remote wire for the other amp to make it work. I'm going to do all that real quick. I say real quick, probably take me a couple hours because I don't get in no hurry. I'm not going to bore y'all with filming all that garbage. But that's what I got going right now. Let me get to it. And when I get it somewhat complete, I'll show you what I got. Alright, I got another stage here. I got my speaker wires ran. Power cord, I think I already said that. I had to, let me get some light. I had to do was clip those wires. Man, I hate clipping wires in the stock harness, but keeping the factory stereo, I had to run my line converters, which I got right here. I'm about to strap those up and get everything tucked back in the dash. Same thing back here. You see I got wires just hanging, but I got everything plugged up, it's functioning. I got to tuck these back here. It's on the sub. Come around the other side. Yeah, I know it's dark. Come here. All right. So that's it. That amp's not going to go there. I'm going to tuck it underneath that other one. Still got to tuck all the wires. My speakers coming up here, connected. Everything's soldered and heat shrink. This took a lot longer than I thought. It was a lot more of a pain in the butt than I thought. And I ran into a little situation with RCAs. I needed a splitter. Nobody has one, but luckily this older amp, the 2-channel here, it's got a bypass. So I'm running the rear signal into here and then back out into here so that I can still have my sub and everything. If y'all wondering what this little switch is, this amp, I don't know if it was a refurb. Every now and then, if you have it in low pass, which it always runs in low pass, it'll flutter the sub. It's kind of annoying, but it might do it once a week. So I just wired up that little switch. I can pop back here and flip that switch. It cycles the amp and it'll work fine. I may swap that amp out one of these days. May do something different, but for now it's going to work. Anyway, yeah, there's the wires. It's still shambled up. So just wanted to show you where I was at. Moving on. Just going to button everything back up and get it tucked and tidy. And we will see what it sounds like. I'm going to tell you it sounds a lot better. But anyway, just a little hint there. Hang tight, and we get this done, I'll fire the camera back up. Alright guys, everything's kind of put back together. All the trim, the wires are tucked. I got the settings preliminarily done. Pretty darn close. It wasn't that hard to set. So real quick, I'm just going to play the same 2 songs. I think I remember them. If I get my camera to sit still. Play the same 2 songs that I played before. Oh, holy crap, always, man. Alright. Second song. Alright, so hopefully you can tell the difference in that. I got the truck running too, so that might make some difference. Let's see. Coca, yeah, you bought me everything. Yola, make it soda. Cocaine is my girlfriend. Water, damn, I got a forest skirt. pulled out of here. Some light. Still got to clean up a little bit, and I got some wires here. I got to finish doing the amp. I don't know if y'all can even see that. I'm not even. But anyway. Right now it's just chilling back there. It is a mess. Excuse the mess. I'm gonna have to make some changes, and I got to get some different RCAs. So I'm just gonna leave it like that for now until I can get it loomed up and zip tied down. Because I still want to be able to put stuff in front of that amp, so I got to make the space. So not bad for one little kicker 10. I don't think I can live with it. I say that, but I actually want a little bit more, but I'm gonna be cool with that. Take this key out, because that chime makes you want to commit suicide. Alright. So yeah, she's dirty, but she's together. No wires showing. Same thing on the other side. Everything's good to go. Alright, so it's been a long day. I'm out of weekend. I still have a few things to finish up on this. I'm gonna try to get it tightened up. So you can get a look at the truck here. It's cramped up in the garage. I got the door shut so I could run the AC. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, subscribe. I still got a lot more things coming on the F150. Just felt like I needed to do some upgrades on this audio. It sounds way better in person. I don't know if, like I said, I don't know if it's capturing it. This microphone is pretty good. It's hard to take bass and mids, and that's what this thing is really missing. So, yeah, hang tight. I'm going to pull it outside, and we'll do a little bit more testing here. Fucking with my girlfriend. Yeah, we share that beer. Even walk the flock to do to rock here in that beer. From the 1 to the 6, ride out 20 with a bunch of them bricks. From the 1 to the 6, ride out 20, all white bricks. I'm pretty sure I can live with that. Hey guys, there it is. She's ready to roll. Got it backed out of the garage. Got the bike back in. Got to move a few more things back inside. Hey man, 901 Street Kings, y'all keep coming back. Tell me what you want to see. Stay salty, my friends. Oh yeah, it's been a couple of days. Same video, same day for you guys, different day for me. I've got most of the wires tucked, and I've been tweaking the sound, you know, messing with the amps, the crossover points and the EQ and everything to get it kind of sounding the way I wanted to. And I've been kind of busy, haven't been time to get back to it, but I just wanted to come back and kind of show you what it looks like finishing up. So yeah. Show you what that looks like. Turned out to be pretty clean. I do have some wiring around the amps that I'm going to clean up. I need some just a little bit of work. I'll show you when I get back there. But you can't see it anyway unless you fold the seat down, and I don't do that very often. So yeah, come on, let's take a look. So you can see it's stock. little peep of hint of wiring right there under the seat belt. That's the area where I'm going to clean up. So I got this running my 4-door speakers. This is bridged into a single channel, running this 10-inch kicker sub. Works out good. It's got a good sound. I do have one issue I hadn't talked about. I cut this. Maybe somebody can help me out with this. I can't fold my seat up. I know the box needs to be smaller. I didn't want to make a box. I did a bunch of measurements. This box was the closest thing I could find that was going to fit back here. So that's what I went with, and I mean, it works and it sounds good, but you can't fold the bottom half of the seat up all the way. And I really like that feature about this truck because you get all this floor space. But anyway, I'm going to eventually change that box or cut it down, make it smaller, and go from there. But anyway, I just wanted to point that out. Maybe some of you guys noticed that. But as far as the wiring, I bought this because I just needed it, and that's the only thing the store had. It's 17 foot long, and I need one that's about 10 inches long. So, yeah. And these speaker wires here, I'll tuck those, make that a little bit neater. Other than that, it's pretty much done. Everything's tucked. There's nothing to see anywhere. Like I said, excuse the dirt. All the wiring is good. Nothing coming out of the stereo. I don't know if I mentioned it before. I did swap all the speakers out. These up front are kickers. I don't remember the sizes. Y'all have to excuse me. Some of y'all probably have that on top of your head, or you can look it up. But kicker replacements up here, and I put Alpines in the back. Oh, look at that. So maybe I wasn't done. Anyway, as far as those speakers go, I watched a bunch of videos. Let me get out here in the light. I watched a bunch of videos, and I'll say that I've always been a kicker fan. Back in the day, I had Stillwater Designs, everything. I know they farmed a bunch of stuff out to China, and of course, if it's China, it's low quality, right? I don't necessarily actually believe that, but anyway, I bought the kicker 10-inch sub. It works as good as any 10-inch sub I've ever had. No complaints about it. So I went with the kicker front door speakers because this truck just does not have enough mid-bass. It's very hollow and tinny sounding from the factory, and I was hoping those speakers would improve it, and they did. But it cleared up the highs and the mids a whole lot. The vocals are much clearer. It's just a much better sound. But that's the reason I went with the amp. I ended up needing a separate amp because that factory stereo is just not good. Quite frankly, it sucks. So with the amp, I can boost up the power. I can set the EQ, and I can get the sound the way I want it to. The back doors, as I was saying, I went with Alpine speakers. And I did that based off of several reviews on the web, and said the Alpines carried more bass and they were more resilient than other brands. And the kickers actually get people on YouTube who do those speaker stuff. They don't really rate the kickers very high. Maybe I just have poor taste. I don't know. But when you put that amp on there, those Alpines were getting beat to death. And I had to turn it down quite a bit, and I had to change the filter on it to get some of the lower bass out of there that the front kickers were just taking like a champ. Granted, they are different size speakers, so that's obviously part of it, but no complaints on the Alpines. They sound great as well. Overall, I'm happy with the sound. Real quick, I want to show you guys something. Hang tight. So, man, gotta get some. Set this up right here. Hopefully this lighting is good. Excuse my camera, man. So this is the factory rear door speaker. Look at that magnet. Man, how do you even find a magnet that small? The basket here on both of these are plastic. They seal in there or whatever. These speakers are just, they sound okay. I mean, it's an okay speaker. It ain't gonna last, and it ain't gonna take any power. This one is the front speaker. I thought it was a 6x9, but I think it's some weird size. Don't quote me on that, but you could put a 6x9 in there, I'm pretty sure. And that's a tiny little magnet. So that's what I was saying as far as front and rear. There is a size difference on those, so obviously this size speaker would take more power. But yeah, this is garbage. So if any of you guys got an F150, and change your speakers out. They're not that expensive, and there's plenty of videos on YouTube already on how to do it. The speakers I bought came with adapters to make it go right in the door, and they worked great. And I also lined the doors with sound deadening material, the silver shiny stuff. It just makes it quieter. This thing isn't really loud on the outside, but it sounds good on the inside, and that's where it counts. So I just wanted to show these stock speakers. They're in the comment section of some other videos. People were talking about changing out the speakers or not. This is what they put in there. Utter doo-doo. So yeah, change that out. But anyway, I just wanted to point that out real quick, and whew, it's hot. So I'm gonna go put these up. I'm gonna hop in the truck and we're gonna go for a little ride and bump some music, and I'll catch you guys on the next one, and stay salty.
About to enter a dimension of sound, beats, and rhymes. A dimension where music is a controller of the mind. A dimension where bass and treble are the necessities of all men.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.